Virtual reality is becoming more accessible and mainstream as the years go by. Ever since the Quest started dropping, like damn near everybody and their 6-year-old little cousin got a VR headset. But as we ease into this new digital age, a lot of people are already too far gone off the deep end.
All of my friends are in virtual reality or Discord, but yeah, I don't really have any. Basically, if you killed me and hit the body, no one would try to find me, type shit. Oh yeah, they would care. Yeah, they would care, but like in real life now, no one would care.
That brings to the topic of this video, VR addiction. I feel like this problem is only gonna get worse, especially with the launch of the Apple Vision Pro, launching VR into the mainstream. Mad celebrities using it, which is already like pushing it to more and more people. VR is now in a new renaissance. No more the days of setting up base stations, no more the days of looking like a fucking idiot for having a toaster on your head. Now it's normalized. Yay! I'm scared. I'm going to be using VR chat as an example for more of the extreme sides of this list. Now obviously there's nothing wrong with using VR recreationally or just to talk to a couple of friends, but to the level of the deep end of this list, you have a problem. If you are on the deep end of this list and you're watching this video, you have a problem. Get help now. Alright, level 1 would be the fascinated newcomer. Going into VR, you probably have heard it from the commercials, you probably heard it from your friends, and you're excited about the idea of it. You probably seen the commercials, just seen shit be cool, and you're like, well, hold up, I want to try that. I want to try that. Give me the headset. Now you put on the headset for the first time, and it's either your friends or you're at like a public display at Dave & Buster's or whatever. So you try it out, and you immediately fucking love it. You're fascinated. You're like, oh my god, I get to shoot shit. I get to fucking touch this. I get to touch that. Oh my god, movies. So if you manage not to get motion sick on your first try, just put the headset down forever, you will move on to stage 2. Now at stage 2, at this point, you got your own VR headset. You're playing entry-level games such as VR Chat, Gorilla Tag, Pavlov, things like that, things of that nature. Now for some people, when they get to stage 2, they immediately get their first headset and they go straight to the browser, and some people may just call it a day. Others would use their headset for things such as watching movies, TV, YouTube videos, and other things. At this point, you probably play around once to twice a week. If you keep on playing, you're eventually going to move on to stage 3. Now at stage 3, it's really not too much different from stage 2. You're just playing more extreme games at this point, and you're playing for longer. That's about it. The games you would play around this stage, such as Thrill of the Fight, Walking Dead, Drunken Bar Fight, other games, that have more intense, immersion feeling. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you keep using your VR headset past stage 3, you're gonna obviously move on to level 4. You play about like 4 to 5 times weekly, and at this point, you've taken more than a few trips to that browser. Let's be honest here, people. I'd say this is the threshold before you reach into the crazy weird territories of being a VR user. Now at this point, you're sideloading games off of platforms such as SideQuest and AppLab, which are things that developers can upload their games to if they can't get them on the official Oculus store. You definitely do have a social circle in VR, but at this point it's not to the level where it's affecting your real life friend group, even though those people are probably still looking at you and slowly distancing themselves at this point. Now at this point, you're hanging out with your real friends less and less, you're getting less sunlight, but you're still a VR user and you still live a normal day-to-day life. You just play VR a lot more. That's it. After level 4 of VR addiction is level 5. Now at level 5, those friends that I was talking about earlier, the few you had in real life, well, that diminished down to 1 to 3 of them. You only got like a few of them, and they're only sticking by you because they knew you for a long time, and they see you're going off the deep end, and they're very concerned. And at this point on level 5, you're not really off the deep end yet, but you're getting there. You're getting there. Don't worry, you're getting there soon. Now, at level 5, you've definitely attempted e-dating before, since if your real friends don't want to be around you, I'm really sure that no fucking woman would want to be around you either. So this is why you resorted to things such as e-dating. Now, you probably either have e-dated or you're currently in an e-relationship. E basically means electronic relationship, or just like e-dating, electronic dating. Get it? You don't get it? If you don't get it, you're a fucking idiot. But yeah, there is a select few group of people that do date in virtual reality exclusively. And Yeah, there's really nothing to say. You're a fucking weirdo. To go along with the e-dating habit, you've definitely adopted this thing called Phantom Sense. Now, if you don't know what Phantom Sense is, it's usually more common in VR chat players. It's a phenomenon where if you feel something in VR, you feel it in real life. Some people would, for example, get punched and they would feel it.
You really gonna take that from him?
I booped. It's not
He
hitting.
smacked
This
the
is
fuck
hitting.
out of you. He smacked the fuck. See, look, he just smacked the fuck out of you, bro.
They give you a little head tap, you're gonna feel that. If they give you a little tickle on your balls, you're gonna feel that. If they fucking mush you, you're gonna feel it. Okay, I should not make that joke. People will get, you know.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You know.
My baby just wanna need
You know what I
buzz.
mean. I don't
And
even
I
know if
just
you
feel
do
what I
know,
need
but
to
if
buzz.
you don't know, then you shouldn't
Cause I'm
be watching this
bossing
video.
it.
Look, at this point in stage 6, you're probably had e-sex at least once. You're probably one of those people that would be in the VR chat world with their little e-girl, most likely a man, around their shoulder. You know, they're just hugging air. This is how they look. I'm gonna give a little demonstration.
Whoa, babe, what are you doing, man? I don't know about this.
Come on, baby. I don't care if it's public.
But yeah, I love that.
Yeah? You like that?
Oh my god, it feels so real. My phantom
I know,
sense.
right?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh,
You like this e-body?
yeah, let's look at this mirror together, baby.
Yeah.
Toot that ass up, nigga.
What the fuck? And at this point on level 5, you definitely play VR chat an extreme amount. You socialize more in that game than your real life. And in the later stages, more people are centered on VR chat or just one VR game in general, which is most commonly VR chat. So I'm just going to be using VR chat as an example. In level 5, you would also most likely get these things called full body trackers, which also track each point of your body, which would be your waist, your legs, and your feet as well. So now that you've fully bought out your entire equipment, you're fully dived into VR, you got legs, you got feet, you're ready to take on any game. You got all this equipment just to sit in a fucking mirror in the black cat and just stare at yourself. I'm not even kidding. People do this on a day-to-day basis, and they spend about, like, you know, it's gonna run you around a good penny, at least $500 for a full body tracking setup. All right, now that you're past level 5, you know, playing every day and shit, you move on to level 6. Now, level 6 is just a step above level 5. Now, you spend the majority of your time in virtual reality at this point. All of your free time is spent in VR chat, socializing with people that you either do know or don't know. And in VR, there's some people that would, you know, get a bit of an ego if they encounter a user of lower status. People would view the ranking system in this game. Okay, look. So VR chat has a social ranking system based on how long you've been playing the game, how trusted you are by the VR chat people. So it goes from visitor to trusted user. And trusted user is the highest echelon of that. Some people who've been playing VR chat for a minute and, you know, have zero life outside of it would be a trusted user. And they would go out of their way to voluntarily block and, like, just not communicate with people of a lower ranking because they view themselves as superior. And if you are one of those people, you're a loser. There's really not much to say. You are a loser. So at level 6, I'ma just describe a few milestones that you probably passed. You've 100% had a little bit of that. And hey, remember those real group of friends you used to have? Yeah, they're gone now. You don't have them anymore. All you have is your virtual friends. Yeah, man. Yeah. You've really done well for yourself there, buddy, have you? Now, since they don't even want to be around you anymore, your family is starting to, you know, follow suit with them. So they're starting to look at your little VR habit as a fucking weird thing that you do. But, you know, they just don't get you, right? They just don't get that your e-girlfriend really loves you. Yeah. Now, at this point, you spend the majority of your day just sitting in mirrors in VR chat, socializing with people. You do try to still go out and do your normal job. But that's probably the only reason you step outside in the first place, just to do the necessities. At this point, you would much rather spend time in VR than your real life. Now, to the point where you're fully dived into VR is where we get to level 7. Now, at level 7, you are indeed fully diving in. Whoa, is that even the right word? Fully dove into VR. Now, you're fucking eating, sleeping, shitting, fucking showering in VR. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, there's no going back at this point, Chief. Now, let me give you a little day-to-day summary of level 7 VR user. Now, they wake up and they have their headset on from the previous night, sleeping with their e-girl. Now, after they wake up, they still continue to play VR. They don't brush their teeth or shower because, you know what, why do they need to? And, you know, they go straight to the kitchen, get some food, go back in VR, and sit in the mirror all day. Yep. So at this point, you're definitely averaging about like 48 hours a week on VR, which is basically fucking work shifts. You're basically doing work shifts in VR. There's virtual clubs that have bouncers that don't let people in if they're under a certain age. And yeah, people genuinely have jobs in virtual reality. It's a crazy time that we're living in. At the point of level 7, I don't know what to say to you. If you are at this point, I don't know what to say to you. You're most likely stuck in your own self-delusion about, you know, your virtual world being all there is to life and shit. No, which there is. You probably like a 20. You're probably a 20-year-old in your 20s. You know, sad as fuck, peaked in high school. You think your life's over, but it really isn't. It really isn't. You know, your life basically started, and there's a lot more to life than just your little toaster. There's a lot more to life than this. And yeah, to the people who are heavily addicted to VR and just stay in their fucking headset all day, just go get a fucking life. Seriously. Go out, do something, find a hobby, touch grass, touch ass, consensually, of course. Subscribe to the channel if you like the video, all of that, and I will see you guys in the next one. Deuces.